Probably to get how you think it will go, Rio. First leg, of course.
First leg, I think United will be saying, listen, don't concede and try and nick a goal. But I think this Paris Saint-Germain, in their minds will be, let's get an away goal, take back to Paris.
Paul?
Yeah, I think United got to decide whether they're going to go at PSG or not, but I'm too late.
OK, your commentators for Manchester United versus Paris Saint-Germain this evening, Steve McManaman and Darren Fletcher.
Thank you, Gary. It's the big stage under the bright lights at Old Trafford, the last 16 of the Champions League, where the European elite really get down to business. And what looked like a nightmare scenario for Manchester United when as best we can. So even a squad with the strength of PSG. Well, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will need to manage his squad in the coming weeks. He rested players this tonight on the French wonder boy Kylian Mbappe. Rashford's been lethal since the change of manager. 6 goals in his last 10 games for United. It's the day that we mourn the loss of the great Gordon Banks as well, and it's poignant and appropriate midfield for Manchester United. Here's Jesse Lingard. He was caught there by Marquinhos, and that's going to be a free kick for United.
Yeah, and that was quite cynical.
Rashford found himself crowded out. Here's Di Maria. And Verratti. And now Di Maria, he will go for goal, Di Maria, and it was always bending away from David De Gea.
Always bending away, but United not quick enough to close them down. They went side to side to side. First Pogba.
Here's Marcus Rashford. Needed to do better. Manchester United adopting the patient approach here. Rashford then went a little bit more direct and stung the hands of Buffon.
Yeah, nice quick play between Rashford, Young and Lingard this side. Such a deflection off Bernat.
Against United here. I think Lingard's a bit surprised by that, because Kimpembe did seem to go down himself.
I think it was a slight touch in his back, but
Matic. Rashford. Kehrer there too. Bernat comes again. Di Maria swings it into the middle towards Dani Alves and picked up by Young. Marquinhos out to Dani Alves. There's Pogba showing his energy first and then his ability, slides it through. Buffon got there, so did Lingard. And the Italian able to hold on, but that's what they want to see from Paul Pogba tonight.
Yeah, Thiago Silva's down as well, Fletcher, which Paris fans won't like to see. I mean, how easy does Pogba go past Kimpembe here? Just he thinks, doesn't he? Thomas Tuchel, exasperated in his team.
Dangerous ball, good header. Kimpembe, the defender, and Manchester United had 2 or 3 coming in behind him.
Yeah, they had a nice line of players, United there.
United's credit. Well, that's too strong from Marco Verratti. Both teams look a little bit nervous. Here's Jesse Lingard. Couldn't quite squeeze it through there to Anthony Martial.
Kimpembe does really well in the end.
There's Pogba, fancying, chancing his arm from there.
Yeah, why not? Might as well take the shot on the form he's in.
Here's Lingard bursting through, supported here by Martial, but it's a terrible ball. Eric Bailly there ahead of
Mbappe to run onto.
It's Pogba.
See Thiago Silva shouting, he wants someone to show for the ball.
Verratti's got himself into trouble, and he was so pleased to hear that Martial, who can have a go at Kehrer for the first time. Dani Alves over there to help him, and then Julian Draxler able to... Luke Shaw making the run beyond him. Anthony Martial finds him in towards Rashford. There's Draxler, here's Mbappe, good chance! Wasted.
Great ball by Draxler, wasn't it? Great ball.
Rapid the Frenchman is.
He miscontrolled it, Mbappe, didn't he?
Now the counter-attack on the other way. Mbappe stretching the legs. Ashley Young's fouled him. That's going to be a yellow card.
Yeah, it's going to be a yellow card. Mbappe doesn't need to wave his arm around stating it's a yellow card. It's an easy enough.
Left by Draxler to Di Maria. And it was off the head of Thiago. That's nice. Draxler on to Verratti.
And that's not so nice.
No. Ashley Young caught by
That was a bad challenge as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, they're piling up the yellow cards, 33. It's Mbappe, and he couldn't get there, but Di Maria can, and David De Gea saves it. The offside flag was up anyway.
He took an age to put his offside flag up.
Well, let me explain that to you, Steve, while we see the replay. Here's Matic, Martial, Dani Alves, Ashley Young. Buffon started to come and then went back, and Thiago Silva. And that's a heavy fall as well by Di Maria.
Ashley Young's just given a helpful push off the side of the pitch. And he's been booked as well, Ashley Young.
That's brought an angry reaction from the Paris Saint-Germain players, as you might expect. The Manchester. That's a foul on Draxler by Nemanja Matic. He's down too. It's Dani Alves, and it was with him this time. Here's Bernat. Important touch there. Scored in a World Cup final, but couldn't find the target here tonight. Michael Carrick and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer discussing England international Jesse Lingard, who was just indicated there to a teammate that he might well be the left hamstring. Nil. Paris Saint-Germain 0.
Well, it's all been very tense and...
Away by Marquinhos. There's Rashford. Is that a foul by Kimpembe?
They were non-existent. We need to do a bit more.
They want to get this man involved. From plain sailing, isn't it, for Paris Saint-Germain when they're out there? And Marquinhos. Rashford. Plenty of pace on the cross, but there was nobody really in there to benefit from it.
No, I think he was trying to pick out Alexis Sanchez, but if you see Alexis Sanchez here, he doesn't make a run like a centre forward, if that makes sense.
They've worked the space again here. Paris Saint-Germain, good save, David De Gea. Kylian Mbappe's header.
The one time Dani Alves has picked a white shirt out in the box and he picked out Mbappe, they move it well.
Here's Draxler. Dani Alves and Nemanja Matic. So is Julian Draxler. Di Maria wants to go himself, and that enabled Ashley Young to get in there. Paris Saint-Germain. Thiago Silva, Presnel Kimpembe up from the back. And he's gone all the way through and in. And it's in by Kimpembe. Manchester United totally switched off from the corner. It was a simple tap-in for the French international. His first ever goal for Paris Saint-Germain on his 97th appearance for the club. It's an away goal. It's Manchester United 0.
Simple enough volley, just cushions it in. De Gea no chance. Paris Saint-Germain, who started the second half in better form, a 1-up at Old Trafford. Well, the celebration from Thomas.
Without Anthony Martial and Jesse Lingard since the half-time break. In goes the corner from Draxler. Dani Alves with another go, and this time he blazes. The volley took a deflection just wide.
Oh, what a deflection.
So close.
What a deflection. Remember him scoring a volley at that ilk for Juve a couple of years ago, Fletch, that we were there. Catches all of this nicely. It comes
left back, and he can free Di Maria. Mbappe going through the middle. Mbappe!
Lovely.
Faintest of touches. Second goal for Paris Saint-Germain. And it's the French wonder boy who doubles their lead at Old Trafford on the hour. Manchester United 0, Paris Saint-Germain 2.
Lovely goal. Lovely play. Great build-up. And just watch when Mbappe gets on his bike.
French international, that's his 23rd goal of the season, his 4th goal in the Champions League this season. And on a night where they're without the likes of Neymar and Edinson Cavani, they've got another superstar in the team who they can rely on. Yeah, he makes the run, and he needs it given at the right time.
Mata. Away by Thiago Silva. Back in by Herrera. Fraction wide. As Paul Pogba has to establish himself in the middle of the park in the second half when Manchester United... Here's Alexis Sanchez, time to him for him to...
Looking at it, I think he was unsighted by the two white shirts there.
Gianluigi Buffon, who's thrown out at the other end. There's the shot, David De Gea again.
They're all over the place at the minute, Fletch. Man United. See, Draxler's in. Wasn't even a great ball. Just cuts everybody out.
Mbappe, flag stays down. Mbappe in for Paris Saint-Germain. Could save David De Gea. It was a Peter Schmeichel type save. He kept himself big and spread his arms, and that might just have kept United in the tie.
You're not wrong, Fletch. It's a poor ball by Herrera, and he break.